right. Okay. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be showing you something wonderful. I'm going to be showing you something quite interesting. Today I'm going to be walking you through the journey of identifying a money loss pocket. Yes, a pocket that is losing you money. So I'm going to be walking you through how you are how to mend a money losing pocket. So let's quickly go to my okay. This is what I want to ask you: who stole your money? Who is that person that is stealing your money? How do you mend money losing pocket? I'm going to be giving you 5 strategies to help you manage your money and achieve steady financial independence. So you are welcome to this video if you have just joining me. So I still remain yours truly, uh, Oladele Olabanji. I will be walking you through the journey of how you can identify something that is making you to lose money, how to protect your earning, how to build sustainable wealth, and how to ensure you are not losing your hard-earned money. So I'm going to be walking you through the journey of all those things, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of powerful information that is going to help you to shape your money making skills, and that will help you to cut down your unnecessary expenses and many ways you are losing money without you knowing. So without wasting much of our time, so there is something that you are going to be doing for me. If you are just watching this video for the first time and you have not subscribed, you are missing a lot. You are really missing big time. So all you need to do is to click on that subscribe button, smash the bell notification so that whenever I create a life-changing video like this, you are going to be notified. And don't forget to share this video. Don't forget to drop your comments in case you have any question. So and I'm going to be walking you through the journey of how you can maximize profit, how you can maximize your income and minimize your losses and minimize your expenses, especially all those unnecessary expenses. So we have necessary and unnecessary expenses. So these are some of the things I'm going to be walking you through. So without further ado, let's get started. So when we're talking about the money losing pocket, you can see from this diagram, you can see this is someone with a money losing pocket. So I'm going to be showing you, and if you're having a money losing pocket, what will it lead to? You may not know that you are already having a money losing pocket. You may not know. And there is something I want you to understand is that it doesn't necessarily mean that you have a tiered pocket. Yes, you just discover that you put money in your pocket. Yes, you put money in your pocket and you don't know how money fall out of your pockets. Yes, this is not a spiritual attack. It is a reality of which by the time you keep watching this video, you are going to see the reason why you are not achieving the best out of the money you are making. So, I'm happy that I'm creating this video at the beginning of the year. This is January of year 2023, and this is the best time to watch this video so that you can try to have a rethink, so that you can try to develop a new orientation. Yeah, so that you can be able to develop a new orientation about your financial life. So you are wondering that why do you keep struggling? Why do you keep complaining of no money or not having enough money, despite the fact that you are working, you are doing businesses, and you are struggling, you are doing everything possible to ensure that you have sufficient money that will be well enough for you to take care of yourself, to afford all the necessary luxuries of life, and to take care of your family. But you just discover that despite the fact that you are working hard, you are doing series of businesses, you still don't have enough money and you keep having a losing pocket, because it doesn't mean that you are not making money, but you don't identify ways at which the money fall out of your pocket. That's what you don't understand, and that's exactly what I want to bring to you today. And the earlier you accept this fact, the earlier you realize it, the better for you. And that is the reason why you are going to be finding this video very, very valuable and very, very exciting. And I want you to just take a jotter, take your pen, and start jotting down, because this video, by the time you follow me through the journey and you identify what I will be sharing with you, you will see how tremendous it will give you a wonderful year 2023, or any year you'll be living in life. But this is some of the financial mistakes. These are some of the financial mistakes a lot of people are making, but they don't identify, they don't realize it. So I'm going to be showing you today. So there's something you need to understand. So just take a look at this. Take a look at this. Take a look at this history. You can see. Just take a look at this history. You can see this person. See how this person has been. These are some of the money this person has invested in this business. You can see. So you can see 100,000, 15,000, 17,500, 22,500. You know, if you convert all this money into dollar, you end up that okay, this person has been funding this account so to trade forex, and at the end of the day, take a look at his account. He's still having $0.6, which means he's investing in a particular trade of which maybe he has not get it right, but he kept funding the account, he kept losing the money, and at the end of the day, you can see, which means he has already blown all the money. So these are some of the things I'm showing you today. So that is what I mean by losing pocket. It doesn't mean that the person is not. That is to show you that the person is doing. He has a particular business that is making him money, but he's trying to diversify. During the course of diversifying, he end up losing money. Maybe he has not been able to acquire the rightful skill of the new business, but he kept trying, and he ended up losing money. And that is why I'm going to be showing you how to fix those problems, those financial problems, how to fix those financial mistakes, and how to get it right. So now let's go back. Some people, they just they put themselves into a particular loan of which they need to pay more. They need to pay more substantial interest. So if you don't identify all this, you'll be having different problems. And you will not know. Because if you're having a single business and you're not using that business to fund a losing business, if care is not taken, a losing business can collapse your profitable business. These are the things you need to understand and identify. And the earlier you identify this, the better. So let's quickly go into what we are talking about. So, who stole your money? That's the first question you need to answer yourself. Now, you may be doing a business or you have a job that is paying you money. You just have a particular source of income where you are making money, and that is the money that you are using to take care of your life, to sustain your life. But do you know that if you have a financial money management skill, if you learn a financial money making skills, do you know that you can be making more than what you are making right now? Do you know that you can be doing more better than what you are doing right now? If you understand how to manage your money, if you understand how to manage your expenses, and if you understand how to mend a money losing pockets, you understand how to mend a money losing pocket. You are making money, right? That's quite all right. But what are the money losing habits? What are the money losing habits that you have? And how do you fix that money losing habit so that you stop losing your hard earned money? You stop losing your hard-earned income. And what are the money losing habits that makes you to be losing more and more of your money? Whereas you are working very hard, you are making well enough money, but your level of accomplishment is very low compared to how you are doing, compared to the kind of effort you are putting into your business or the kind of effort you are putting into your job that fetch you money. So we are going to be working on how to do that. Now, personal financial assessment that you first need to do is this. Number one, you need to ask yourself the following questions. And that's why I call it personal financial assessment. You don't necessarily need a personal financial advisor that will cost you money. You can do this by yourself. Take a sheet of paper, take a pen and write, how much are you earning currently? How much is my income on a monthly basis? How much is my income on a daily basis? How much is your income on a weekly basis? Write it down. How much are your current expenses? What are the bills that you need to pay? When you are definitely, if you are making money, there is no how you will not be paying bills. So, electricity bill is there, water rate bill is there, feeding expenses is there, transportation cost is there, healthcare bills is there. And if you are a family man, you will be paying your children's school fees. And if you are here to have your own house, you also will be paying house rent. There are so many bills, expenses, responsibilities from your own head, from your extended family, from different parts, anywhere. You'll be having different bills to pay, and those bills, they are found under expenditure. You can see they are found under expenditure. So this is where you pay bills and you also expend a lot of money. So and this is where you have your income, maybe your salary or profit. So this is where you have either salary or profit. You are a businessman. Now, how do you increase your income? Here's another question. But before you go into this question, there is a way you need to strike a balance between your income and expenditure. If your income is less than if your income is less than expenditure, that's equal to what? It makes you to be financially okay. But if your income is if your income is less than your expenditure, it makes you to be financially poor. Yes, you'll be financially poor. But if your income is greater than your expenditure, we have told you the meaning of expenditure. It makes you to be financially okay. Financially okay. Yes. Income, if your income is less than expenditure, if what you are making is less than what you are spending out, just assuming now you are making $5,000. That is your income. For example, if you are making $5,000, that is your income, and you are now spending $7,000, $8,000 a week. Do you know what is happening? It means you have already exhausted all your personal income, and you now end up taking loans. It means it is your income plus debt that gives you the excess that you are spending over your earned income. It means you have income plus debt. That's why what you are making is less than what you are spending. And don't also forget that you are also paying additional interest on the debt you are servicing. That's why a lot of people they are not contented with what they are making. They don't know how to increase the income. And the only option they know is to go out there and be buying things in debts. Whereas they don't have enough money to service those debts, and they will now soak themselves, and they will now put themselves in a hole they will never come out for the rest of their life. That's why a lot of people, when they die, they will say that you have a 10 million loan, you have 15 million loan that they could not be able to pay. And all the properties they left behind could not even be able to service the debts. It's because if you don't take cognizance of what I'm explaining here, that is what will happen. But if you take cognizance of what I'm talking about, like if your income is greater than your expenditure, it means it's equal to your financially okay. Now, assuming now you are making $3,000, or you are making yes, let's say you are making $3,000, because for the benefit of those who are watching this video outside this country, if your income is $3,000 and your expenditure is $2,000, that means you are a little bit financially okay, because you have $1,000 free. You have excess of $1,000 that you put in your savings, or you put it in your investments. Compared to when you make 5,000 and you are not spending 8,000. You can see the difference now. Even despite the fact that you are making more money than the person that is making lower money and has lower expenses, is still more financially okay than you that is making big money, but you could not be able to cut down your expenses below your income. And now you are even doing more than what you can even afford. So you want to ride luxurious cars, you want to live in an environment that your pocket cannot even afford. So all you need to do, these are some of the questions that you need to answer yourself. How do you increase your income? You want to live a very large life. You want to be in the midst of the 1% of the society. You want to be living a luxurious life. There is no crime in living a luxurious life. You want to live in a high-brow environment. You want to enhance your income. You want to live big. You want to ride big cars. You want to be traveling, going on vacation. There is no any crime in doing all this. In fact, you have the capacity to do so. Just that you have not been able to identify that ability and capacity. And that is why you need to think about what other things can I do that will be profitable, not things that are going to be unprofitable for you, not something that will end up losing you little money that you are making instead of making you more money. How do you cut down your losses? Those are some of the questions that you need to ask yourself. Why will I be making 5,000 and be spending 7,000 and I put myself in additional debt? So these are some of the things that you need to do. These are some of the powerful questions that once you ask yourself these questions and you follow it through in the first month of the year and you keep to it, you are consistent, you are disciplined with all these habits. I'm telling you, there are a lot of problems that will not be solved in church or in your mosque. Because God has already ordained everything for you. He gives you the opportunity to make money. But if He gives you the opportunity to make money and you now lavish that money, you now spend the money extravagantly, would you blame God for that? No. You will have yourself to be blamed. And that's why it is very important to understand this equation. If income is less than expenditure, if what you are making is less than what you are spending, you are going to be financially poor. But if, in the other hand, your income is greater than your expenditure, it's going to help you to be financially okay. And I've given you the example. Yes, I've given the series of examples. And the best question that you need to ask yourself is, how do I increase my income? And how do I cut down my losses? Nobody says you should starve yourself. Nobody says you should be living in darkness. Nobody says you should be wearing a tattered dress before you can achieve this. It's a matter of trying to upgrade your money making skills. And that's the best way. So now I'll be giving you the solution. So I don't come with a problem without coming with a solution. Now, what is the solution? Let's quickly go into that fast. So, solutions. The first thing that you need to do is you need to have a budget. Yes, you need to have a budget. Yes, you have a budget. Let me tell you the truth. Regardless of whether you are making $100,000, you are making 5 million naira per month, or you are earning $1 million. If you don't have a budget, if you just spend the money the way you see it, you are going to find yourself in a massive debt. Because you will not know that you are already spending beyond what you have. You will not know. And at the end of the day, whatever they brought to you, just take it on credit. You say, I have enough money to pay it. Most especially in a country where they allow substantial debt. And it is even going through all the countries now. Because if you go to the internet now, if you are searching for something, the next thing you see is that come and take loan, it is free. You pay less, they are deceiving you. You need to have a budget. How much am I making from my business or from my job? How much? Now, you now do the budget based on how much income you are earning presently. And your budget must not go beyond your income. Yes, it must not go beyond. In fact, you must have a surplus. You must have excess income. Yes, you need to have excess. Not that always you budgeted more than what you make. Because your budget is the expenses, mostly expenses. And it has to be within the limit of your income at that moment. If you don't take this very serious, it will affect your financial life. It will help you to find yourself in debt. Yes, you end up servicing debt, paying debt, 6 month debt, you enter into it, 1 year debt, you enter it, and before you know, you will not be able to recover from that financial indiscipline that you put yourself into. Yes, because when you are putting yourself into debt, have you forgotten that you are going to be paying huge interest rates on any debt, on whatever you buy on credit? You are going to be paying, and sometimes people buy liabilities with debt. You want to buy phone, you buy it with credit. You want to buy furniture, you buy it with credit. You want to buy a car, not a commercial car that will be fetching you money. You go and buy it on credit. At the end of the day, you are just fleshing with the car. You are running costs on it, maintenance on it, and they are still dragging you to come and pay debts on what is not making you money. So if you want to get a debt, it has to be on assets. You can take loan, but take loan on an income generating asset, something that will fetch you money, not something that is just for entertainment and you end up paying with your hard earned money. So the first thing that you need to do is to have a budget. Have a budget. That's the first thing that you need to do. So know how much you are making, know how much you are going to spend from that money, and don't forget you need to have an emergency fund. Not that you put all the expenses, all the expenditure, all the bills, all the liabilities on your income. What if there is an emergency? There could be medical emergency, there could be even financial emergency. Yeah, you may get an opportunity to buy a particular property of which the opportunity may not last. It is just for a very short period of time. Within 48 hours, the property just come out, or something that will fetch you more money come out. But because you don't have excess, you don't have any emergency fund, you will lose a lot of opportunities if you don't have emergency fund. So we'll also get to all those things. That's number one. Number two, There are difference between having budget and implementing the budget. At the end of the year, you see a lot of people, they'll be talking, shouting, "Oh, we need to have a New Year resolution. This year, I want to stop this so habit. I want to do this." At the end of the day, before the first quarter of the year, they will have forgotten everything, and that is why you need to learn how to implement and stick to your budgets. This is very crucial. Implement that budget that you have written down. You know how much you are earning. You know the necessary expenses. Don't load up your budget with unnecessary expenses. Don't do that. If you do that, it will hamper your financial success. It will affect you in the long run. Implement and stick to your budget. That's what makes you wise, and that's what makes you become a smart person. You are not yet smart if what you are spending is more than what you are making. You are just working for the financial institutions, your banks, paying up interest rates, huge interest rates, and you are slaving for the financial institution. You you pile up credit cards and you keep paying unnecessary interest rates and those things. You buy things that you don't need because you don't understand financial intelligence. Everything we have been talking about is about financial intelligence. Yeah, that is financial intelligence. So the more you acquire financial intelligence skills, the better you begin to get tremendous accomplishments in your life, in your career, in your business, and everything you are doing. The more. So you need to implement and stick to your budget. After that, the next thing is there's something we call unbudgeted spending limits. Unbudgeted spending limits. So you will always get this unbudgeted spending limits. After you might have write down your weekly or monthly budgets based on your income that you have forecast. It is normal that you may get an extra income out of your predetermined income. So don't also forget that you also be having unbudgeted spending limit as well. Yes, you'll be having an unbudgeted spending limit. You'll be having an unbudgeted expenses that will come without noticing or without even expecting it. Unexpected expenses, that is what we call unbudgeted. Something that you don't budget for. It's not in your list, it's not in your budget. And this is the reason why you need to have spending limits. You need to have spending limits. So you need to have spending limits. So you need to have spending limits on your unbudgeted. The visitors or the guests, unexpected visitors that you don't budget for, you must have spending limits on them. Unexpected expenses that is not in your list, that is not in your budget, you must have spending limits. You say, okay, any unbudgeted expenses that I have a limit which I can spend on it. I cannot spend up to this so amount on anything, especially expenses that I don't budget for. If you inculcate that habit, it will seriously give you financial strength. And you will not go emotional when it comes to that. Anything that you don't budget for, you just snub it. You just ignore it. It's not part of your plan. You don't plan for it. Yeah. You let people understand that I don't spend my hard-earned money on anything that I don't plan for. You don't forget that you don't have a money printing machine. You need to work hard. You labor, you struggle, you put so much effort. It is your effort, it is your sweat. Why would you now spend your sweat, your energy, your blood that you put into something to generate hard-earned income. Why would you now spend it? Why don't you know how to guard it? Why don't you know how to protect this, and you don't just out of emotional, anything that something that whatever that you don't even expect, begin to spend money lavishly, extravagantly on it. Don't do that again. If you want to have a sound and stable financial life this new year, you need to have unbudgeted spending. Anything you don't budget for, you must have specific amount that you cannot spend more than this on anything that I do not budget for. And if it is something that is bigger than what you can afford, you need to see what you can do to afford, except if it is medical. And there is no how you will have put medical in your budget, except if it is a case that is bigger than what is in your budget, and that is that. Anything aside that, if it is entertainment, something that is unnecessary, and it come your way, just snub it or ignore it. Yes, unnecessary dinner, unnecessary party, unnecessary subscription, cut it off. And that is the best way to achieve more, to maximize your income. Yes, that's it. The next one is you need to track your spending. You need to track your spending. How do you spend your money? You need to track your spending. A lot of people, they just go out there. Once they make money, once they receive their salary, the next thing they would ever think about is how they can begin to spend that money. Why would you just, if you are a salary earner, that you receive salary every month, do you know how many days it takes you to receive that money, that salary? Do you know how many days, how many efforts it takes you, how many efforts you put into that particular job before it can pay you at the end of the month? If you are a business owner, do you know how much effort you put? Do you know how hard you labor before you get that profit? Why would you now spend it without reasoning? Why would you now spend your money, your hard-earned money, extravagantly? Why would you just start spending without thinking? Why? Unnecessary shopping, unnecessary party, unnecessary subscription. You enroll for gym, you pay gym subscription, but you end up that out of 30 days monthly subscription of the gym, you don't go more than 10 days. Don't you know that you are losing money there? You are losing money. You buy excess groceries, of which at the end of the day, you don't you end up having expired groceries in your store because you buy it more than what you need. You buy more than what you need. You go to cinema, you just do a whole lot of that. If there are a lot of poor money habits. There are a lot of things we are doing. Some people, their own is they just commit into something they don't know about. Maybe they just dabble into the new business opportunity. They have never get the knowledge about it, but the next thing they do, they start putting money into it. Some people, they put a lot of money into gambling, betting, and before they know, they will lavish and waste all their earned money. So you need to track your spending. There was a time a friend of mine told me about a particular guy. He's an artisan. I think he's into plumbing or aluminium, whatever. So they gave him money, and that time the guy just learned about forex. He just had like 1 or 2 weeks training on forex. So someone now gave him job to go and do, and the person gave him the money to go and do the work. The next thing this guy was that he just immediately he collected the money that he's supposed to go and use to do the work and deliver the job and take his own profit. He just took that money to fund his forex account. He started trading and he blew the entire money. A lot of people do that. Some, their own is betting, their own is gaming, their own is they just go, they do a lot of different betting things that they don't know anything about. They just go and put the money there out of greed. And at the end of the day, they will continue to lose money. They will lose the money and they'll be running a tasketa. Yes, let me show you some other money leaking habits that you need to understand. I think from here we are getting up to 40. We're having up to 40 here. Let me just show you few. I want to make this video to be very, very valuable. 40 bad money habits that you need to break. You can see your app addiction. Yes, some people they will download some phone application that requires a subscription. If you don't know, and you begin to do subscription, some they just purchase, just keep buying on different websites, something that they don't need, just do unnecessary shopping, paying bank fees. Yeah, depends on the depending on your transaction and whatever. Many banking fees can be avoided. Yes, so there is no reason to pay this if you don't have to. Instead, find a financial institution that will allow you to avoid certain fees. Yes, you don't necessarily need to use all these popular commercial bank that just deduct your money unnecessarily. Not checking your credit report. Yeah, you should obtain your 6 month, 3 month, and 12 months statement of account, and look into how where your money is going. Look into who is stealing your money. Look into something that you are doing that makes you to be losing money. Don't just check on your income. Check expenses. Where is your money going to? Where is your money going to? You need to know because you work hard for it. Having wine with dinner. You see, a lot of people buying wine with dinner is a pricey proposition. Restaurants routinely mark up bottles by about 3 times the wholesale price. You can see wine of a 3,000. You go to dinner and they sell it for you for 6,000. You can see you spend a lot of money times 3 of what you're supposed to spend. Leasing your car, a lot of habits are here. Yes, cost comprehensive report that cost side Edmond found that the overall cost of leasing the compact Civic can be over $5,000 more than the cost of buying a similar car used. You see now. Go out there, you take a leasing car and you flash around. You want to go and rent limousine. You want to go and very big car, expensive car. You want to show off, and you end up spending a lot of money. The money that is big enough to even buy your own car. So let's scroll down and see. Ignoring a 401k match, going out for lunch. Yeah, don't you know that going out for lunch all the time is more expensive than cooking in your house? Why don't you go and buy those food stuff? Cook it in your house. It will take you just do put it, portion it in your freezer, and it will take you for a longer days. Using store credit cards, all those things. These are some of the habits. Overdrawing your account. You see, some people, you can see. Let me read this for you. Are you wasting money on overdraft fees? America's largest banks rake in more than $11.68 billion in overdraft fees alone in 2019. See, you have $200,000 naira, or you have $1,000 in your account, and you now request for overdraft. Overdraft means you want to bank to give you an amount that is more than what you have in your bank accounts, and they will charge you fees on it. Look at this fee. A bank raking almost $11.68 billion in overdraft fees. People, they want to do more than what they can afford, and that is why they will keep on paying more money. Keeping your gym membership. Now I'm talking about this. You keep your gym membership. You don't go to the gym. You're just losing money. You don't know that you're losing money. Accepting bad checks. These are some of the habits. Not having health insurance. These are some of the habits. Because if you have health insurance, you just pay once, and whenever you have a health issue or health challenges, you go to your hospital and they will take care of you free of charge. Ditching your change. These are some of the things. Not checking in with your partner. These are some of the problems. Smoking cigarettes. Let's read this. As many as 34.2 million Americans still smoke cigarettes. 32 34 million still smoke cigarette. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, a pack can cost between $5 and $13. A pack of cigarette costs $5 to $13 depending on where you live. And I have a pack a day. That is anywhere between 200,000 and 600,000 over the course of 40 years. Assuming you invested that money at an 8% return instead. Give up these habits and save your money and your health. If you are addicted, if you are an addicted smoker, you are not only losing money, you can also have cancer, you can have liver problem, you can have heart problem. You'll be losing two things at a time. You'll be losing money and your health. You can see this person say, give up this habit and save your money and your health. And if you take into consideration how much you are spending on a pack of cigarettes on a daily basis, you know that you are losing a lot of money and you are not making the right decision. Sign up for a premium auto loan. You can see some people, this is why they make a lot of mistakes. They just go and get loan for a car. Just fancy car, not a car that will be making them money. Being approved for $20,000 auto loan doesn't mean that your budget for a car is $20,000. Yes, that money needs to be repaid. He had it. And young people pay a very high cost of borrow at an early stage in life. Spending should be determined by a well thought out budget, not by the size of the line of credit. You can say falling for a bait and switch, making impulse purchases, and this is even common. Making impulse purchases. Just buy what you don't need. Just buy just to show off. Just buy just to impress people. Just buy. Habitual impulse shopping. Adding a pack of gum to your shopping cart at the grocery store checkout might not seem like a big deal, but habitual impulse shopping is. Online retailer, for example, have added new tricks to entice you to return to your abandoned digital shopping carts, such as by emailing you reminders and promotional offers and making it easier than ever to make purchases, like offering in-store pickup. Those unplanned expenses can easily ruin a well-planned budget if not kept in check. This is what I told you. Those unplanned expenses, those unbudgeted expenses can easily ruin a well-planned budget if not kept in check. I told you. If you don't stick to your plan, if you don't stick to your budget, you just make purchases, you just see people buying things, and you too, you want to follow the crowd, and you start buying. You buy what you don't need. You keep buying unnecessary things. You keep engaging in an unnecessary habit that costs you a lot of money. You invest into a business that you don't understand, that you never learn well enough. Before you know, you'll be losing money. Before you know, you will not be able to meet up with all your responsibilities, and you'll be having an accumulated debt. So why would you do this to yourself? Why? Carry credit card debt. Yes, pay yourself last. This is one of the biggest problems a lot of people is having. I have been guilty of this as well. Yes, I personally am guilty of this. You pay everybody, but you don't pay yourself. Some people don't even pay themselves, not even to talk of paying yourself last. Which is why I preach about it all the time. Said Amanda Abella, business coach for millennials and all this. Make money your honey. Make money your honey. If I don't give myself money first for savings, personal bills, or investing, you can see these are the things. You save money, pay your personal bills, and try to invest, because it is when you reinvest your savings that it will be able to generate more money for you. You may not be able to make much money on a particular business or on your job, but when the money you save from your job, from your business, if you put it into investment, you can imagine investing in real estate, investing in a very viable business or investment that can generate substantial return on investment. Those are the things you need. Then I notice I tend to spend more on business expenses within the month because I feel like I have the money to do so. Don't spend because you feel like you have the money. Why don't you think of where the money is coming from? Why don't you think that if you exhaust all this money, will another money come quickly? Or will another money even come at all? Don't live your life like a gambler that just won a lottery. But because he lacked financial skills, he lacked financial intelligence, he blew the money. He started buying different kind of exotic cars, buying houses as if it is that house he bought that will make him more money. He's not buying commercial properties. He's only buying unnecessary things. Things you are buying liabilities, you think you are buying assets. Because asset is something that will put more money into your pocket, while liability are the things that will take money out of your pocket. If you don't realize it, you end up losing and you keep losing and you keep losing, and at the end of the day, you find yourself in debt. A lot of people who won lottery, who won gambling, big money, they are in debt today. They have nothing again because they don't have financial intelligence. They lack financial skills that can help them to turn that money into massive wealth. Drinking fancy coffee, only the name of impressive, not keeping an emergency fund. I talked about this the other time. Don't live in line without keeping an emergency fund. The emergency fund can be in a particular investment, it can be in a land purchase, it can be in a commercial land properties, it can be in any form, it can be in gold. You can keep it in such a way that it will not lose its value. Yes, without an emergency safety net in place, it is easy to break out the credit card and ruin a well thought out budget. If the car breaks down or the roof leaks, having an emergency caution of 3 to 6 months worth of expenses can keep your plan in place when unexpected events occur. Yes, you can even lose your job. If you are still an employee, you don't have an emergency fund. What if you lose your job? Have you forgotten what happened during COVID-19 when everybody is just at home? A lot of companies lay off their staff. I read recently from news that Google is planning to sack 12,000 employees. 12,000 people will lose their job with Google.com or with Google company. So why don't you think of any form of eventualities? Yes, what if something bad happens that you don't plan for? And that's why you need to have emergency fund. Buying groceries without a list. Yes, this is even common to a lot of people. You just enter and then they begin to pick groceries. You go to shopping mall, you don't have the list of what you want to buy. You just go there and begin to make an impulse buy. Just buy what you see. People who shop without a list can easily fall prey to grocery shopping creep. The phenomenon that happens when you add just one more thing to your cart several times per trip. You probably don't need chocolate cover, pretzels, or frozen waffles. Having a list keeps you from running afoul of your spending plan and spending more than anticipated. You spend more on an unnecessary items when you don't have a plan. Anyway, you are entering a shopping mall, you are entering a store, you are going for shopping, you need to have a list, a specific list of what you actually need, not just for buying sake. No, why don't you think of your income? Why don't you think of your hard, your effort that you put into that job or that business before it produces money for you? Why don't you think of that? Why don't you think of your age? Why don't you think that you are no longer, you are not looking younger again? You are getting old on a daily basis. You need to plan for future. You need to plan for your future. Not tracking invisible expenses. Yes, there are a lot of expenses that you don't track. Invisible bills, invisible spending, invisible expenses. Just spend money unnecessarily. Invisible subscription, groceries and gas. It's easy to scrutinize your tangible expenses, yes, like grocery and gas, yes, of the afford anything, yes. But many people let money leak from their invisible bills like insurance premiums and mortgage interest. A lot of things that you don't spend, you don't use. There are some services you don't use and you pay money into it. Yeah, there are some things you don't need and you buy it. Yes. So there are a lot of money losing habits. But I don't want this video to be too long. So I don't want this video to be too long. I need to go back to my track your spending and avoid all those money losing habits which we have talked about. So another thing I told you, I promised to share five. I promised to share five. If you take a look at this, I said 5 strategies to help you manage your money and achieve steady financial independence. So I want to fulfill my promise. The fifth one is you need to do not commit to any new recurring weekly or monthly bills. Do not. Yes, do not commit to any new. Yes, any new recurring weekly or monthly bills. So I need to underline this. So don't forget, do not commit to any new recurring weekly or monthly bills. When you have a particular bills, maybe you have a particular loan you are servicing. It has happened to a lot of people. It has happened to me personally before. I have a particular loan I'm servicing, and I still go and get another loan. Is that not madness? Now I end up servicing 2 loans, and it is affecting my business. That's happened to me before. So which means I'm talking from experience. Don't let this happen to you. People will be coming with different offers. They want to put you into debt. They will be saying, come and collect this. The interest is very low. You have a flexible payment plan. This, come and buy this. You can pay in instrumental. You can pay it in 12 months. You can pay it in 24 months. Na lie. Don't let anybody deceive you and put you into additional debt. Most especially when you have an existing debt that you are still servicing. Try to be disciplined and be contented with what you have, and don't let greed take you over. Don't allow greed to blind your eyes to see the truth, because all this recurring weekly or monthly bills, you pay more money. Don't forget that you are paying interest. Anything you buy on cash, you cannot compare its cost to what you buy on an instrumental basis. You will have had additional money that will serve as interest on it. And that's why you need to be very, very careful. You need to be very careful with your financial life. You need to be very careful and stick to your budget and avoid all this unnecessary or unbudgeted spending. And that's why I say you should have unbudgeted spending limits, which I mentioned in number 3. Track your spending. Don't spend the way you see money. That money that comes in, it might not be coming on a daily basis. It might take some time before another money comes in, which means you need to manage what you have. And do not commit to any new recurring weekly or monthly bills that will help you to jam-pack yourself into accumulated debt servicing. And that's why you see a lot of people 5 years, 6 years in a business, 6, 7 years in a job, and they still never can point into any accomplishments, because they are doing more than what they can afford. They are spending more than what they earn. They allow their income, they allow their expenses and expenditure to be more than their income. You should never do that. Let your income be greater than your expenditure, which I have mentioned here. This is the secret. Let your income should be less than your expenditure. And that's what makes you to be financially, if your income is less than expenditure, it makes you to be financially poor. And this is the formula that you need to use. This is the right formula that you need to use. Yes. Don't forget this, please. It will help you. It will seriously help you. Let me even put it in red. This is the secret. Income is greater than your expenditure, and that's what makes you to be financially okay. This is the secret. I will even use this to end my presentation today. This is the secret. If you see anybody that is richer, that is doing well, this is their secret. Don't forget. This is their secret. Don't let anybody deceive you. Yes. Don't let anybody deceive you. It is not a rocket science. This is the secret to be successful. Yes. This is the formula. Your income should be greater than your expenditure. That's why I say if income is greater than your expenditure, that is called financial okay. It means you are financially okay and you are going to be financially sound, and it will help you to achieve a lot of things. Before you know, you begin to buy your own car. Yes, you buy your own car, you build or buy your own house. Yes, it can help you to afford your vacation, travel. If you stick to that road, that is the road. This is the road. Don't forget, this is the road. Yes, this is the road. Let your income, allow your income to be greater than your expenditure. That is, if income is greater than your expenditure, that is what makes you to be financially okay. Don't never allow your expenses to be more than. If your expenses is more than your income, you are in trouble. You are in a financial trouble. It means you are already in a serious debt. It means you have already go out to borrow money to live that fake life that you think you are living. Yes, to buy those things that you never need, to buy those things that you cannot afford. So this is what will give you luxurious life. That is the formula. It will help you to give you luxurious lifestyle. So you first need to discipline yourself. Cut your clothes according to your size. Don't live above your means. And the best thing that can help you to now live a flamboyant life is to do what? Is to learn how to increase your income. Learn how to increase, learn how to increase your income. So we are going to be talking more about this. If you want me to discuss on how to increase your income so that you can be able to afford an expensive life, put it in the comment section and let me know what you feel about this particular discussion that we have today. I hope you find it very valuable. I hope you find it very exciting and interesting, and I hope you can use it to begin your new year 2023, and also promise me that you're going to implement this and stick to it until you begin to have substantial accomplishments, even if you are just earn a very little money. And we are going to be talking about how to increase your income. If you want me to discuss about how to increase your income, please put it in the comment section. Let me know, and so that I can make it our next video. Thank you for watching this video. If you have not subscribed, please click on the subscribe button, smash the bell notification. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to share it to other people that are looking for financial freedom, or people who are looking for how they can mend their money losing pocket and improve their financial life. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now. Thanks. I'll see you in the next video.